I created Tapuat, which means rebirth in Hopi language, for the very reason that my life purpose is to help 1 billion people to open their heart to themselves. And so we take that approach towards businesses to bring about more coherence, because we know for a fact that the more coherence we have in our lives, the more alignment we choose in our lives, well, the more impact. Whether it's financial, social, environmental, doesn't matter. We become more coherent. Life brings us more and more gifts as we go, and therefore life becomes magical. Who's for that?
Yay!
Yay! Awesome. We also have a community where independent leaders can come and practice the method. And we have 7 pillars. For the people that have gone through the assessment, we're going to work on these pillars together, and hopefully it's going to be an amazing experience. And you can come out of it with something that is meaningful to each of you. So we have presence, inner peace, inner joy, non-attachment, selflessness, unity, and purpose, or dharma. So these are the main pillars that for us means the more we score in one of these pillars, the more coherent we are. The number you came out with at the end of the assessment is your level of inner coherence. When we apply that to corporations or teams or communities like we did today, we start having a very interesting reading of what is the heart of the community, to take the example of us today. And therefore, we see where are the aspects that are still need to work on, and so that the community becomes more coherent and therefore achieve their purpose, right? So I have a game for you. So here, you're going to find out of these 7 pillars, the 2 strongest one out of this community. There are 2 people that are going to win my book, I is born. Give me 2 pillars.
Unity and purpose.
Okay. Carlos?
Selflessness and unity.
Okay.
Inner peace and purpose.
Okay. That's what you believe is this community about. Okay. Wonderful. The sky's the limit on what you want to achieve. The only caveat to that, and that's where we're heading towards the weakest aspect. What we help leaders with is to enter into coherence with themselves. And we have a 12 weeks method that enables that. And gradually, as the people start to practicing it, we start seeing week after week, month after month, the scores increase, right? But for that to happen, most of the time, there is one pillar that is the driving force. And that's the weakest point of this community. It is purpose. So at the moment, in majority, but most of us have an issue with purpose. We lose ourselves in whatever needs to be happening. And the purpose of the community is to be its own community, number one, to embody that light, but maybe there's a need of something else at the community level. And then individually, we all have our own purpose, and some people have struggled with that. Yes, Jay. Life is about playing, right? Whether it's business or not, doesn't matter. It's all about play and experience. And so we're going to work on that together, if you'd like, so that together we can find a better coherence in terms of purpose, inner peace, and inner joy. Okay. So we're going to start first with a meditation. We're going to work on inner peace and inner joy. And then after that, we'll have a little group sessions around purpose. Usually to be so hypnotized by all that is around us that therefore we prefer to stay in the cloud, so to speak, or in the fog, than actually have the clarity for us to go and pursue. We don't necessarily need to know it right away. Then all of the other characteristics of what it is to be a heart leader starts to align with it. So imagine purpose is like, it's the tip of an arrow, right? You have purpose there, that's the direction, and then all the other pillars are coming here to strengthen that purpose. So the more we are able to find this sense of alignment, Therefore, we find unity, we find inner peace, we find joy. It's a gift. It's a gift you're giving to yourself, and more importantly, one you give to the others. Because the moment you live your purpose, in that very moment, you are for real serving everyone around you. And we can also, in a very grounded way, choose to live our purpose. Find it first, or discovering it, have the experience of it gradually, and then come into alignment with it. And therefore, as you go into more and more of your purpose, you start exploring and experiencing more aspects of you that enables you to go still further on your own purpose. So maybe today we can find out a little bit more about our purpose. Just sit down and relax and close your eyes. So inner peace and inner joy, what does that mean for you? Is it something that you'd like to experience more? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there is alignment, there is no more question, there is no more doubt. But its purest expression is peace and joy, nothing else. We're gonna try to reach out to that part of ourselves. Shall we start?
Yeah.
So please close your eyes. You are on a beach. You sit down there watching the shore, and you see and you feel how this light inspires the world around you, breathing with the waves, while the world breathes with you. You feel that light, you feel at home, and that light grows. Your light grows, and it brightens everything around you. All that you can see takes another color. You recognize yourself in all that you can see. And your light grows further. How all this light that is you is reflected in everything. Everything is you too. Everything is you. There is no more separation, only unity. As you feel the depth of you, you can experience your own inner peace, your own joy of being you. There's no more separation, and with that infinite perception of you, in that amazing and beautiful and bright light of you, in your heart of heart, as you recognize yourself, you find more joy, more growth, more peace, more presence that leads you towards yourself, towards the manifestation of your dreams. You feel the breath of your light, and you experience yourself more deeply than ever. And as you come back, you can feel and experience the peace and joy of being you now. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. When we allow ourselves to live more non-attachment, things start to click. And they happen on their own. It becomes easier. It becomes, there is less effort. There is no battle. On the contrary, we are being lovingly nurtured to become more of ourselves. So the invitation today is we're going to look, figuring out together, what is our purpose? For that, two or three things to conclude. about purpose. And for us to realize that purpose, you see here, what is one action I can take to align with my purpose? Purpose is not a projection, it's not a vision, it's something that happens now, in this very moment. So whatever it is that you are able to feel that is true to you, what is your true purpose, your inner truth that is being expressed in action and many other aspects of you, it only happens now. It can only happen now. So that purpose of ours is, what is my whole being, how can it expresses itself in all its potential in this very moment. And it's one action, so it only can happen now. And that is important for us to realize so that we can live it, right? Another aspect we went through with our little group is that sometimes, no, that purpose needs to be formulated in one or two words. It's not about the others. It's about you experiencing your wholeness. What it is, the reason why you are here on this earth. So finding these two words that helps you to guide every moment is an amazing pathway towards more joy. You have found that clarity within you. And again, we don't necessarily have to have that clarity. You can set the intention towards that clarity. It's still a purpose as well. The third aspect was the only reason why you are living that purpose, let's be honest with ourselves, is because it's so amazing, it feels so good, you resonate so much with it, that you can only do that. So there is no attachment indeed to the outcome. What matters, so for instance, that beautiful lady over there, her purpose is to protect the weak, to summarize very quickly. And that's how she is living herself fully, more and more. And so that's another invitation to consider. It is about feeling it, not thinking it. The moment you think about it, forget about it as soon as possible. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you. And